Well, I am not a mom, so this is going to be a little bit different. I think we should go on vacation. I'm 16 years old and I'm sitting at dinner with my dad at the only Italian restaurant in our shitty little hometown, Ravioli's. And we are on our weekly date night, which has recently been birthed from the decision of my parents to get a divorce. So we're sitting in Ravioli's, and I'm staring at this menu, and I'm trying not to look up at my dad because I don't know what to say. Except I don't want to go on vacation because every single vacation we have taken as a family has been absolute dog shit. The same thing happened every single time. We'd be in a really great place like Rome, okay? And my parents would get in a huge fight. My mom would get really drunk on champagne and then pass out in my hotel room. So we haven't gone on vacation in like 6 years because of this. So that's my most recent memory. I'm not really looking to whack that hornet's nest again. But as I look up at my dad's face across the table, his dark green eyes, normally stormy and concentrated, they are now clear and vulnerable. And I've never seen my dad like this. My dad's the toughest motherfucker on the planet. Okay, he was born to Greek immigrant parents in poverty during the Depression. He started working at their grocery store when he was 5. Put himself through school and was now like a defense attorney and saw the worst of everything. He was absolutely unflappable. You couldn't tell him anything that would make him nervous or even faze him. Dad, there's a guy back there with no legs trying to crap in a Pringles can. Let him crap. So as I stare at his face, I think, yeah, we're going on vacation. So 2 months later, we were in Key West, Florida, my dad's favorite vacation spot, and we were sitting in one of those old-timey planes that like Snoopy used to have. Like no windows or anything. And I'm sitting in this, death trap, and my knees are up to my chin, and my dad's sitting behind me. He's like, this is gonna be great. And I'm like, it's gonna suck. He's like, oh, little, Jesus Christ. And the pilot's like, here we go. And starts a propeller by hand. What the fuck? And so we take off and we're going everywhere, and I'm honestly just like, ooh, like I'm trying not to throw up, and my dad's just like, woo! Behind me like, this is great! Take a picture! This is beautiful photography! And he's just, this is fantastic! He's having the time of his life, and I am trying not to shit my pants during this entire ride. But I can't say a word because this is his vacation, and we're doing what he wants, and that's my plan. So we finally get off the plane, and I run over to a corner and throw by a palm tree, and my dad's like, oh, this is fantastic, it was bracing. We go everywhere. We go to Hemingway's house and pet those weird 9-toed cats. Never seen them, they're fucking freaky. We go parasailing. Oh my God. He did take me to go get my eyebrows waxed, which was great. Except I learned you should do that before you get a tan. The whole trip. We walk everywhere, we go to the beach, we go to the pool, we go out to dinner, we eat so much conch chowder that I don't think I can ever eat it again. And every night, after dinner, we go out for a drink. Tom Collins, because I'm 16, pretty fantastic. And we're walking down Duval Street, and if you've never been to Key West, Duval Street is like the heart and soul of Key West. And we're totally happy to just be walking and kind of being aimless, something I wish I could be more comfortable with as I got older. And we stumble across this bar that I have not yet seen on this trip. And it's a pink adobo hut, and it has a sign in the yard that just says, "You're welcome." My dad stops in front of it and says, let's go in here. There's techno music coming from inside. And in the front yard, a guy with Daisy Duke shorts on and nipple rings is working a barbecue. And he looks over and sees my dad and turns his attention from the meat on the grill to the meat in my father's pants. And I'm like, I don't think this is our kind of place. Of course it is. Like, come on, live a little. So we walk up the steps, and my dad pushes aside the pink plastic globes that are like this beaded curtain that's instead of a front door, and he pushes it aside. He walks in, and about 24 colored contacts turn and stare at my dad. And there's a pool with candles floating in the middle of it. There's a guy in a go-go cage wearing a t-shirt that says, "Kiss my blarney bone," with an arrow pointing down. And he just blew my dad a kiss. And my dad just stands there totally horrified. And I look at him and I'm like, come on, live a little, right? He goes, we should probably get the hell out of here. Yeah, I think we should. So we back out, the plastic little globes serving as our exit. And as we walk down this street back to our hotel, all I can keep thinking of is how did my dad not know what we were walking into? For the first time, I was like one step ahead of him. And as we get back to the hotel room, he's turning his key in the door, and he turns to me and says, "Tell no one of this." He's like, yeah, well, I won't. And I kept it secret for 17 years. Until we were in the cardiac care unit at Northwestern Hospital, where my dad was suffering the effects of a massive heart attack. And his siblings were sitting with me in the waiting room. And I told them that story, and they were dying laughing, knowing how humiliated he would be if he knew that I was telling them this story, but also knowing that he was never going to find out. And 20 hours later, when I was kissing my dad's hand and wishing him goodbye as I took him off life support, I thought of that trip, of our time together, and how wherever he is absolutely living a little. Thank you.